Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kamilla and this is Kamilla's Yoga. Today I am going to take you through a shoulder and neck opening class. For today's class I have a bolster with me. Now this is not highly necessary, you can do the position, we're only going to use it for one pose and you can do that pose without this bolster, so don't fret if you don't have it. And the other thing I brought with me is my yoga mat bag. Which is actually not exactly what we need, but I didn't have a strap at hand, so I'm going to use that as a strap. And if you don't have a strap or a yoga mat bag, you can use anything that is longer than your shoulder width apart and that you can hold on to. So a scarf, a pair of leggings, a jumper, anything that you can hold like this. And so let's start. We're going to start seated today. And find any seated position that is comfortable to you, whether that is on your knees, whether you're sitting up on a chair, if you're sitting cross-legged, doesn't matter. And just lift up your upper body here. Inhale, draw the belly in and exhale. And allow the arms to rest on your legs. You can even come to an eyes closed position, just relaxing the muscles in your face. And then from here, just finding that connection to the breath. It will help you a lot during today's class. And then with your breath, you just inhale, lower the right hand. Lower the head towards your right. Exhale here. And then on your next inhale, you just send the head back, coming to your left side. And then on your exhale, you're lowering the head forward. And just continue to move your head like this. You can choose how far back your head is going to go. And you can choose how far forward your head is going to go. It all depends on your neck and how you're feeling today. And there could be so many reasons as to why you have chosen this particular class. Just allow the breath and time to open your neck and shoulders up. And on your next inhale, you rotate in the opposite direction. Continuing to inhale as your head goes back and exhale as your head goes forward. And if there is any point in this circle where you feel like you'd like to stop and just hold it, there's a particular area of the neck that just feels tense, just stay there wherever that is and just breathe. But if you're not particularly affected at this point, then you just move. And on your next inhale, lift the head up, interlace the fingers behind you, placing the palms on the back of your head. Draw the navel in. Now tuck your chin to your chest and then curve your spine slightly. And you can go as deep as you'd like here. So wherever your back and neck says stop, that's where you stop and you hold it here. And I cannot emphasize strongly enough how big of a tool your breath is when opening up the body. And then on your next inhale, lift the upper body up and release the hands down. Beautiful. Placing your hands on your shoulders. Now put the elbows together in front of you. Inhale as you lift your elbows up. And then exhale, elbows come back and down. And just move here in circles. And the reason we place the hands on the shoulders is because it will help us rotate the shoulders deeper. And I will recommend that you relax the muscles in your face. Sometimes when we are stressed, we tend to tense up face muscles, and then that has a ripple effect down into your neck and your shoulders particularly. So see if you can just relax your jaw, your cheeks, your forehead, and then rotating the shoulders in the other direction. And when you change directions, you're inhaling as the elbows go back and up, and exhaling as they come forward and down. Beautiful. Lengthen through the spine. And just allowing the shoulders to kind of have that blood flowing through them. One last one. Beautiful. Lowering the hands down. We're just going to inhale. Do a slight arch in the spine. Look up, however far up you can look. And then exhale to round. I like to hold my knees to create some kind of resistance here. And then inhale to lift. Shoulders go down away from the ears. And then exhale here. What you can do is as you inhale and your chin sort of lifts, you can send your chin slightly forward and then go back down. As if you're having an underbite. So the bottom teeth goes in front of the upper teeth. Just get that stretch down here. Beautiful. Mindfully moving with the breath. Last round. And then coming to a straight spine. And for now, we don't need our equipment just yet. Placing the hands next to you. And I do recommend that you come into a cross-legged position for this. It's not actually necessary, but it can be helpful if it's available to you. Obviously, you don't have to sit like that. That's more comfortable for my hips. Draw the navel in. Now lift your right arm up. And as you exhale, you walk your left hand out and lean over. Beautiful. Now inhale to center and exhale over. And just moving here with the breath. It doesn't matter what the poses look like. It just matters what they feel like to you. So they may look different to me and how I do it. They may look different to what you did yesterday or last year, or how you're doing them next year. It just matters how you feel. Lengthening through the side body to open up. Now make sure that you're not stressing your shoulders here. It's just a kind, gentle movement of the spine. And maybe you experience that you come a little bit deeper as you do this over time. This is the last round. We're going to finish with the left arm overhead to create balance. Just moving slow and mindfully. And then inhale to center. Beautiful. And then coming up into all fours. Up and over, however that is available to you. Now placing your hands underneath your shoulders and then your knees underneath your hips. We're going to do cat-cow on all fours to just get that blood flowing through the spine again. So inhale to arch your spine, look up. And then exhale to round, look towards your navel. And continue here. Spread the fingers wide. And make sure that you are not overly stressing the shoulders. Also remember to keep the jaw relaxed. It's really important if you have discomfort in your neck and shoulders. Really finding that flow last round. Beautiful. Now come to a center position here. I'm just going to walk over here so you can see better later. So walk your left hand slightly out, away, like out of your shoulder width apart. Now you inhale. As you lift the right arm up, And then you exhale, sending the right arm between the left arm and knee, placing the shoulder on the ground. Beautiful. So inhale, right arm comes up. And then exhale, right arm comes down. Mindful, slow if it's needed for you. And the last dynamic one. So inhale up, exhale, come down, and this time we're going to stay down. I'm just going to feel what this feels like. Now, for some of us, it feels a lot already and we don't really need any adjustments. Some of us may need to just draw the navel in a little bit extra to protect the lower back. And some of us, because now our hips are naturally sent towards the left, so some of us may want to just send the head right back down to the right side a little. And I would like us all to keep a 90 degree in the left arm. So we don't want to do this right now. Not for this particular exercise. It is a movement, it is a pose, but not right now. Place your left arm, right by your face, a little bit away from it, and then bend your elbow to 90 degrees. Beautiful. One last breath. And then inhale, right arm up, and exhale, right arm down. And you stay exactly where you are. I'd like to face you on my right side as well. So this time you are putting your right arm just a little bit outside of shoulder width apart. And this time it's the left arm that comes up. Inhale. And then exhale. Lower the left shoulder and arm down. Beautiful. Two more dynamic ones. So inhale, come up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down, and we're going to stay down. So let me emphasize that the right elbow should be 90 degrees and that your hand should be in line with your face, but away from it so that the elbow can reach 90 degrees. Now you may need to keep your hip kind of towards the right, or you may want to send it towards the left, having approximately 90 degrees in the knees as well. But aim more for the feeling between the shoulder blades. So this is a twist for the upper spine. Aim for the feeling, not the way it looks. Doesn't matter how it looks, so long as you feel it between your shoulder blades. Relaxing your face and your jaw to relax the neck. Last breath. Nice. And then inhale. Lift the left arm right up and come down. And I'm going to come back to this side. Now we're going to do Puffy Pose. And this is where you may want to use the bolster, but you don't have to. I'm going to show you without it first. So back onto all fours, walking the hands forward, inhale. And then exhale to lower the face down. And now for some people this is just fine, we can just hang out here. But for some people it's too much. And if it's too much for you, you can put the bolster kind of underneath your armpits slightly, or upper arms, and just come here. You can also use the bolster to go deeper. So in Puppy Pose, just hang out in Puppy Pose if you know it. In Puppy Pose, you can have your forehead to the ground, or you can have your nose to the ground. You can have your chin to the ground, and some really flexible people can put their armpits and chest towards the ground. But we can also come onto the bolster. We can place our arms here and really open up through the shoulders. It's deeper, it's more intense. So breathe with this pose wherever you are. There's a lot of talking for one pose. Always aiming for the feeling, for the sensation of the pose. This is an opening for the shoulders and the upper back. And then to come out, draw the navel in and come up to all fours. Beautiful. Now the bolster has done its job. The next movement we are going to do require a tool. Something that you can hold between your hands. I'm going to use this beautiful yoga mat bag. Coincidental ad for the company. It wasn't intentional, trust me. So I was actually slightly short for this pose for me. Hold on to something so that you can hold it slightly wider than shoulder width apart. And then you can sit or you can stand for this. I prefer to sit on my knees with my knees slightly apart. Now draw the navel in and then inhale, lift the arms up, and then exhale, go beyond your head. Inhale to center and exhale either down here or all the way down. So inhale up, exhale behind and over. This is where you really pull the belly in. Inhale back and exhale down. Continue with this flow. Now with this, we don't really want to move the back and the belly, so we don't want to be going like this, because now I'm just going into the back and away from my shoulders. So that straight spine will access the shoulders for me when doing this. And if you can really see my arms, I'm not sure exactly how my angles of the arms are, but they are pointing in a really funky direction because I have extremely hypermobile elbow joints. The only joint that is hypermobile in my body. Okay. And this time, we are going to inhale. We're going to do exactly the same, but as we exhale, we're just staying here for 5 breaths. Really draw the belly in, lengthen through the spine, always finding your rhythm, your flow. And I actually bend my elbow slightly, because if I don't, I just point my elbow weird and I'm not accessing the shoulder blades at all. Beautiful. And then come down. Now I'm going to send this behind me, and everybody is not going to need this for this pose, but I'm going to show it anyway. Again, draw the navel in, inhale, and as you exhale, you send the arms down, not back behind you, away from you. Now you can keep your palms facing you, or you can keep the palms away from you. Again, whatever feels good. If you're not really feeling enough here, you can interlace the fingers and then inhale, and as you exhale, you roll the shoulders back and you bring your hands away from your bum. Make sure you're not arching your spine, because it'll just go into the spine and away from the shoulders. So straighten your spine, hands away from your back, and breathe. This one is intense for a lot of people. I do have a method to make it even more intense, which will require you to come up on your knees. You can also do this standing and coming into a forward fold. But if you're on your knees, you can come up, placing the top of your head on the earth, and then sending the hands behind you for a super yummy stretch in the shoulders. Otherwise, you just stay here. Last one. And then to come down, release, and release. Beautiful. Just get that blood flowing back into the arms. Now we are going to connect the arms behind us. I will turn around so you can see what is going on my back for this. So lift up your left arm bending the elbow. Right arm goes on the elbow and you pull your arm slightly down. Your left palm is facing your back. The right arm goes behind you. The right palm is open to the space around you, and you see if you can connect. Now this is where it's like, for a lot of people it's like, whoo, what is she doing now? So you can hold on to your shirt, for example, or a piece of clothing here. You can come even behind like this and hold. Or you use this tool, whatever this tool is for you, and you hold on to that instead, like this. Now, to release, let your right arm go, your left arm go. And we're gonna do the opposite side. I'm gonna face you this way for this side. So lift your right arm up, bending the right arm. The left hand grabs the elbow and you send your arm down. The left arm comes behind you and you find the connection between your arms or using your tool. Now, again, straighten your spine. Bring the elbows behind you, so your elbows, both your elbows, wants to go back. And your hips kind of want to go forward. And we breathe. Always breathing. Mobility in the body actually happens in the brain because your muscles already know what to do. It's just that the brain is not signaling to the body that it's okay, because most likely you haven't used it since you were younger or even very young. But it's available to everybody. Now release your left hand, releasing the right hand, and then let go. Shake it loose if you like. Okay, then I think the last pose I will do for this class is eagle arms. It might not be fully available to everyone, and I will show you a modified version that you can work with until you can come into the full eagle arm position. What you're going to do is that we're going to start with the right arm in a 90-degree angle in front of us. You can sit, stand, however you'd like. Now I would like you to bring the left elbow in the right one. Now the top of your hands are going to be facing each other. I would like you to bring your right thumb towards you so that the palms can meet. And this is where it gets tricky for some people, especially if you have tight shoulders. It's like, what is she doing? What you can do is that you can see if you can just bring the top of your hands sort of together. And you can see if this pinky finger, the right pinky finger and the left thumb can touch. Otherwise, if you're like, this is completely ludicrous, then what you're going to do, you're going to send your left arm across your chest, your right arm underneath in a 90-degree angle, and you're going to use your right arm to send the left arm towards the right. We all know this pose usually from, it's like the most, I can like picture a movie or a film or something where you're pretending to stretch. Now this pose will access more your arm, but it's a necessary kind of step to access the full eagle arms. So whichever pose works for you, and if you've been here for the entire session, you can feel it in your shoulder blades, so release. And then we're going to do the opposite side. So I started with my right, so I'm going to do my left now. Left arm to a 90-degree angle, right arm inside, and then see if you can come. Otherwise, you can just straighten your right arm and use your left arm to come over. I like to keep my left palm then facing behind me. I'm not open like this, I'm twisted in that way. Now in this pose, the shoulder blades are separating away from each other. So you can draw the belly in, kind of rounding the upper spine. You don't have to like excessively round, just this slight pull, opening the shoulder blades away from each other. Beautiful. And then release. Great. I have, in fact, one last position I would like to introduce you to. So I need to remove my beautiful equipment. It's all about being creative. And we're going to come down to our bellies. So laying down. Now, extend your right arm out to the side. The palm is facing the floor. Now you roll over onto the right side body. And you can hang out here. Some of you may have seen this version before, where you kind of send your left leg behind you. Now this is accessing further down in your spine, but you're welcome to use it if it feels better for you. But my intention is for us to stay straight and balance here. Now, you can send your left arm behind you. And some people will be able to send their left arm back and have the hands meet. I cannot show you that. My shoulders were somehow not built that way, or I haven't created that mobility yet. So for me, it's kind of sufficient. I can also roll kind of further back, trying to send my hips forward. Nice. Then coming to your belly, I'm gonna see if I can show you from the back. So extend your left arm out, then placing the right hand sort of 45-degree angles, and then rolling over. Now you can also look up to intensify the pose, as if you want to kind of lay on your back. Obviously you're not getting there. And then come back, coming onto all fours. Don't worry if you didn't access that last or those last two poses right away. You do this you do this flow a few times and you will get there. Just to loosen up in the end, we'll put our hands on the shoulders again, closing the elbows together. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And just a few circles here. And the other way. I had to put a bit more wood in my fireplace to get the fire going. And then go down and release. Beautiful. Now coming to a seated position with the legs crossed. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's put our hands together. Inhale. Exhale. I hope I accessed your neck and shoulders in this flow. You can do this as often as you'd like, pretty much. And just know that mobility is available to every body, literally. Mobility is all about the brain and what it sends to the body. because your muscles already know how to lengthen. They were born with that knowledge. So do this flow on a regular basis and you will see improvements, I promise. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked it, give my video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It helps tremendously, and I hope I see you next time. Namaste.